Good evening, everyone. This is the regular monthly meeting of the Southwick Agricultural Commission. It is July 10th, 2024, 7 p.m. We do have a quorum with myself, Bert Hansen, Zach Barnett, Angie Simone, and Jen DiPietro. And I believe Dan Cook is on the way, and here he is. So we can get underway. I'll do that communication later. We have I guess Greg Diley from Economic. I'm saying that right? Diley?
Yes,
Yeah.
that is correct.
From the Economic Development Commission, and he wants to tell us a little bit about their new website. So
Okay,
right?
for public comment. Go for it.
Yeah, public
Yeah,
comments, right?
Greg Diley, 10 Salem Road.
Oh, here's Jessica. Very good.
And first, I'll mention on the open farm day, I think Inga passed on the commitment for 6. We have a regular monthly meeting next Wednesday. And I will remind everybody, and I understand that the training day is the 10th, August 10th.
Yes, right.
So I will tell them that August 10th. Here at what time?
Probably 10 in the morning, 10
Okay.
a.m. But
All right.
Yep.
So I will bring that up to the group, and
I think it was 10 last year. That's about right, something like that.
I'll let you know if anybody has decided that they can't make it. That plus I'll share the exact hours. I don't remember if we told them 10 to 1 and 1 to 4.
Oh,
Right, the shifts.
Did we want people to sign up ahead of time, just so we know how many?
Oh, for sure.
volunteers?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so don't just show up, whoever's interested can like shoot someone an email or.
Yeah.
Is the form accessible on the website, do you know? The volunteer
It
form?
should be. Sage isn't here, so I can't.
And
Ask
how
him.
far in advance do you want to know?
Just whenever they know.
Yeah, and sooner better, but.
For August 10th.
Right. Yeah.
So this will be our last meeting before then. And I will see if they want me to submit it for them.
Right, you can always contact
Because
me and I'll
if
give
they,
it to Jen.
that would be a
who's-
little more dependable way to make sure the commitment is
Yeah.
made. I'll tell them, I'll submit your space for me, but I'll do it on, let's say, a week before. So if something changes, let me know that you're not gonna come.
Yeah.
But
Or I could come to the meeting next Wednesday and have like a sign up sheet and get their emails and I could email folks.
yeah, you're always welcome, because the open farm day was on the agenda. So
Yeah,
it's-
okay, good.
it's
Oh, very good. Yeah.
Right, it's something I reminded him last meeting, and we'll do it again.
Okay.
You
Awesome.
know,
Yeah.
the agriculture businesses are important businesses. We're all
Right.
about supporting our businesses.
Yep.
And then speaking of supporting businesses,
There you want a segue.
I want to ask for a show of hands. How many people have been to shopsouthwick.net?
I have. Hey.
Okay,
First time hearing about it.
how many have been to it on their phone?
Mm,
Very good. I'd like all of you to go there on your phone, because it is a wonderful tool to have it on your phone, especially if you put a shortcut right on your home page on your phone. And then if you say, well, I want to go out, where should we eat tonight? You tap that shortcut, instantly the whole directory pops up. Restaurants are right at the top. You tap restaurants, all 29 restaurants, soon to be 30, show up in an alphabetical list. You tap any one of them, you get the hours, the description, the website. You can just tap the website, you go straight to their menu and whatever. If you need to call them, tap their phone number, it rings. You're on your phone, you call them. And it's literally, you can get to any business. There's now 155 businesses in the directory. The most popular are the restaurants. The second most popular are landscaping right now. part of because of time of year, because I'm tracking all the activity to the websites.
Sorry,
and-
but did you say shopsouthwick.com?
Net,
.net.
shopsouthwick.net. I mean, we wanted .com, but that was tied up, so we got .net.
Yeah, I just was taken to a place called Shop City.
Right, they own that URL.
Stole
I think there's a Southwick Mall somewhere in the country, so,
There we go, Shop Southwick.
and it pops right up and and to put it on your home screen, there should be, and it's different whether it's an iPhone or an Android. There's usually a little share button. Push share, then scroll to where it says, share to home screen. Click home screen, and it puts a little icon right on your home screen. And then all you have to do is tap that icon anytime you want to go to find an electrician, find a farm stand, find, any kind of business in town. You can.
We know where the farm stands are.
Oh. Well, maybe you forgot how late is Ray's Family
Yeah.
Farm open? Well, click here and find out.
Just kidding, just kidding. I'm not seeing a share button here, so,
That's pretty cool.
It's usually
Yeah.
down, is it an iPhone?
yeah.
Okay, it's kind of a square with an arrow pointing up. In an iPhone, and it should be across the bottom if you
Oh, yeah.
and press that. Now you might have to scroll to find the home screen. And you can make it a favorite, but you just tap to add to home screen.
How long has the site been active?
I had it going pretty much since early May.
Oh,
That's
So
pretty
it's,
awesome.
it seems to work very smoothly and, especially if you're on a fast connection, if you're on Wi-Fi, and it's almost instant. And if you don't want to go through the categories and try to figure out where the category is, there's also a search box. You can type just the beginning of a description and hit search, and it'll find the business
That's amazing.
that fits it. Because it searches the category, it searches the name of the business, and it searches the full description of the business. So
Yeah.
you can type in breakfast and you find all the places that serve breakfast.
Very cool. You guys have like a QR code that leads to the website? Like that, if you put it on an advertisement?
Yes,
You do.
we have,
Yeah.
we have 3 big banners at the WIC that are out there, although they need to be placed differently. They all have QR codes, but they're not where the spectators can walk up to them. We're gonna
Okay.
fix it so we didn't get the traffic we were
Okay.
hoping for. They need to be positioned where people can walk up to it and do the QR code.
That's
Yeah.
great.
I just happened to tap on music lessons. There was one listing and then
Yes.
there's the CLC Music Academy,
Yes,
568 College Highway. Never heard of that.
right. I mean, you'll find everybody that I've talked to about businesses in town. Well, first thing I ask them is, how many businesses do you think there are in town? Oh, 50 or 60 or whatever. We actually found potentially several hundred. Although we don't put people on unless they respond to the mailing, or else if they've got a website and they're advertising. So we've got 155 now. I hope that'll grow more, but people don't expect there's 155. And they're always, when they go in there, oh, I didn't know we had this, I didn't know we had that. There are just a lot of businesses. You can search, say you gotta buy a gift, type in gift and do enter, and it'll have stores that have gifts in the description. And we have more than people think. We have some unique retailers and it's all free to the businesses, and it's almost free to the town. It only costs $42 a year
Wow, that's amazing.
for the web hosting. I use free WordPress software, and I used a free directory plugin to the WordPress software. And I do the maintenance volunteer, but it's really good software. So for people that responded to the questionnaire we sent out, I just downloaded the results because the questionnaire went to a Google sheet that instantly showed up as soon as they submitted it. And I download the Google sheet to a spreadsheet, and then I can upload that directly into the directory.
That's amazing.
So there's no retyping and it's more accurate. So it works pretty smoothly. And
Yeah.
you know, maybe there's another town in the state that has a directory. I don't know of one.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I think it's a great thing as we
Yeah.
stand to Bert. Those of us old folks remember when there were yellow pages and you go to those all the time to see what, I have to get something in town and, you know,
Yeah.
look up what businesses there are in town. And you don't have those anymore. So this is even better.
Definitely.
And you carry it with you.
Okay.
You never carried the phone book with you.
And you just tap the, you know, to call.
Right,
whoever,
just
right?
tap to call. You don't have to dial on a rotary phone. We used to. Anyway,
Great.
but you know, pass the word about that, because a lot of this, we're gonna do some promotion, we'll probably do some Facebook advertising, we're gonna do some more signage. It takes a while for this to sink in, because you announce and people say, well, that's a good idea, and then they go away and
Yeah.
forget about it. So
Right.
it takes some repetition, which is normal to get. But once people realize how great it is, you don't have to go just to a browser and try to figure out how to search. And I know how hard that is to find a local business, because I spent hours and hours trying to figure out all the local businesses, and there's no one place you can go.
Well, there is now.
Yeah.
There is not.
So,
Anyway, just wanted to give that.
That's great.
A little promotion for it. You
How
wanna,
about, we have, there are several farms that participate in Open Farm Day that are not under farm stands here. How do we get listings to you?
do these other farms sell directly to the public? Because that's, I mean, these
Right,
are,
of course, that's a key thing.
the directory is,
Howard does.
are
Or does, right?
goods and services that are sold to the public,
The
goods or
sunflower
services.
stand,
Sunflower sand does.
Firefly,
Firefly Fields, I don't think, oh, well, they do sell some soaps and things like that. It's more of an activity kind of thing.
So the ones I have on here now are Blossoming Acres, Calabrese, Coward, and then
Ray's.
Ray's Family Farm.
Yeah.
Where's Ray's?
Ray's not on here.
Okay, all right.
That's Westfield. Race isn't in Westfield.
Nope,
No, it's Southwick.
It's still.
no, it's definitely in Southwick. It's right around the corner from.
No,
us.
no, you're right, you're
Yeah,
actually,
near,
you're right.
near the.
It's close to the line, I was just thinking of
Yeah.
Westfield.
The brewery, former Chuck's.
It's
Right,
maybe,
right, right. My
maybe
bad.
at least a quarter mile from the line.
Well, I
More.
was thinking, we have, when I was looking at the orientation, paperwork, there's a, there's a list of things like, talking about restaurants, the EDC has like a pamphlet that is gonna have restaurants on it.
Yeah,
And maybe we just put the website on it. And then
right.
on where we're gonna,
Yeah, I think, are you guys, Inga had said, you know, some weeks ago or whenever, that there would be something available from EDC at each farm, you know, kind of at the registration table kind of thing to promote restaurants.
Yeah,
Is that still underway or is that still?
well, we haven't talked about it recently. I just
Yeah.
talked about, was speaking to Inga before I came here.
Yeah.
But I didn't ask about that specifically.
Okay.
And I know that we've done in the past, printed a list of restaurants. And we could do that. They could get so much more information if we just had an informational page that said, go to this website.
Sure, right.
like
With the QR code,
yeah.
they could snap it on their phone or they could type it
Yeah.
in.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was.
And then you, the advantage of that is anytime you print something, it gets out of date.
Mhm.
You know, places closed, places open, and I've got it. You know, just added Fancy Bagels. And I've got to go visit the Fusion to get them added
Sure.
too.
And who knows, maybe
Gets us to 30.
an open farm day, if somebody wants to go someplace to get gifts. Or something other than a restaurant, right? I mean, you could.
Right, and it's just another opportunity
Yeah.
to promote the site, and I will gladly take any opportunity to hand out sheets to people.
Mhm.
Well, if
And
we just
how-
had a page on the, you know, at our booths, the QR code.
Well, we'll print up a whole bunch of handouts.
Okay,
A single page handout like we did at the town meeting, we handed
Yeah.
out. And it'll be, we'll probably print it in color, I think I gave out my last one today at Fancy Bagel. But we have a sheet that kind of illustrates, here's what the website looks like, here's how you can put it on your phone, here's, you know. It just
Yeah.
has all the detail you need in a very clear way to
Yeah.
start using it.
Yeah.
And
That's
the more
okay.
people we can hand that out to, the better, and if we can get,
sure.
you know, how many thousand people are gonna come to Oakland Farm Day?
Well, we had about 300 last year.
Yeah.
Not 300,000.
Just kidding, yeah.
Be a lot.
But, you know, having several hundred really helps. We've had. I think so far, and we're building up slowly, we've got. Something like 350 unique visitors and maybe. 3,000 page views so far on the site. So I
Okay.
don't know if you're tracking your site. On the site, also using the free Google Analytics that
Yeah, we have
allows
analytics.
you to.
Not sure we've really looked at them, but. you know.
It allows you to look at the traffic, where it's coming from, how much there is every day. You can tell whether it's from Facebook or from direct entry or a paid ad if you
Google
do
search.
one or a search. It shows you how much time they spent on the site. It
Mhm.
shows you exactly which tabs they went to,
Mhm.
which one they went to first. You know, if they went on
Yeah.
the homepage or to some other site first, so I know how many people came in through Shop Southwick versus the EDC site or the dining guide,
Mhm.
the ones that use those. And then I know how many people looked up each category of business, whether it was restaurants or landscaping or
Yeah.
any other category. I can track it right down to that. And that's all free from Google. Well, it's not entirely free. It's in exchange for us giving them our valuable personal information.
Oh,
That's how they can afford it.
Of course, of course.
But we don't pay in cash, we pay in
Yeah.
Information, data.
in our data that we provide freely to them.
Interesting.
That's great.
That's
Greg,
great.
thanks so much.
Okay,
And I and maybe others will visit EDC next week to
always welcome.
talk about Open Farm Day and.
Meet it at 6 downstairs.
Oh, it's 6. That's right. You guys are you and the select board at 6.
Yeah, sometimes we go full 2 hours and it gets late for people.
Right. Right. Good. Okay, well, we're gonna move along to Open Farm Day. You're welcome to stay or.
Yeah, I'll stay. It looks like you're
Yeah.
gonna,
Yeah.
fairly quick.
And so Open Farm Day is, as we all well know, August 18th, which is a little more than a month away, so. Things are starting to happen in terms of outreach and advertising and that kind of thing. We've got these flyers that last year we put around town at, town hall, library, here, there, and everywhere. So, grab a few and grab as many as you think you might want to place around town. We're gonna have in the July issue of Southwoods, there's gonna be an article and an ad. Inga is actually working on with the Penny Saver and the Westfield News. there's a deal if you want an ad in 4 publications, the Penny Saver, Westfield News, the Reminder. And one other one, you get 4 ads for $330 versus one ad last year in the Penny Saver was $245. So
That's a good deal.
yeah, such a deal. Okay. So. Let's see, so 245.
It's not a penny saver.
Hmm?
That ain't much of a penny saver.
So, I don't know if I guess we should vote on. Spending $330
When would the ad run?
in the, that is a good question. I mean, they're weekly, so,
How far ahead do we have to get them? the
yeah,
information?
I'm not sure.
And was that a big reason why people came last year? Didn't we write down why they came? Where they heard it
We
from?
did, we did what town they're
Yeah,
from.
we just kind of did where they were
Yeah,
from.
that's true.
How many people in the party? I don't know if we,
We didn't really ask that.
yeah, that's a good.
That's a
point,
good
though,
question to
Dan.
ask this year.
Good.
How did you find out about this?
Yeah,
It was good. I spent my whole
Because-
career in marketing. We would always find out.
Yeah,
We'd always track
yeah,
our results and see where people were responding.
That's what we do at our store. A lot of times when people come and purchase something, we ask them, how did you find out about our place?
I think we should certainly push that this year.
Because it might save us money next year. So we're not gonna do that advertisement.
right, right. And that's what Inga is suggesting, to not do anything in the Republican, which is much more expensive. Focus on these more local kinds of things. And I should have brought this other information too, the Go Local magazine. Deadline is this Friday, so we're working on an ad. We're just basically updating last year's ad. I don't have the rate that they're gonna, oh, yes, I do. $370
For one ad.
for,
Wow.
yeah. They're giving us last year's rate. They have a rate this year of $400, so it's a little, some savings.
I mean, we don't blow our budget.
Yeah. So,
Still a lot of money.
right. So I guess I'm gonna make a motion that we spend $1,000 on advertising. We'll cover these two. Want to put something in the Council on Aging messenger newsletter. I don't know how much that costs yet, but I think if we say $1,000 for now, that should cover us.
I'll
So,
second that.
okay. Roll call vote. Bert Hanson, aye. Jen DePietro.
Aye.
Jan Cook.
Aye.
Zach Barnett.
Aye.
Angie Simone.
Aye.
And Jess, are you there?
I'm here, yep.
Okay.
Hi.
You okay with spending $1,000 on ads?
Yes, can you hear me? Hi.
Yes, yep, we got that, yep. Okay. And another vote that Inga wanted us to take, she's reaching out to the sponsors from last year. Where's that document? And there were some, companies last year that donated prizes, which are not, remember that big bucket of stuff from Napa? In the bucket, I think had a hole in it or something, I forget that, there was something wrong with that package.
That's why it was
Something with it that wasn't quite right, so,
Okay.
yeah, so that's why
I
it
don't
was free.
remember
So she's gonna reach out to Tractor Supply, Napa, O'Reilly's Auto Parts, Southwick Insurance, Wally Computer, Rustic Farm Furniture, The Notch, IBS, Environmental First, Country Colonial, to go from being prize donors
The
to being
monetary.
sponsors. And then she's also with some of the sponsors from last year, College Highway Insurance, Westfield Bank, Mason Insurance, VCA Animal Hospital, and the Brass Rail. I think we should add the Berkshire Bank, why not? Berkshire Bank does a lot of stuff in the community, and
Mhm.
especially tell them, hey, Westfield Bank's doing it,
Just got back from Westfield Bank.
So, and Inga would like a vote on that too, so make a motion that, we okay reaching out in the name of the Agricultural Commission to these businesses that I just listed.
A second to that.
Okay. Roll call vote, Bert Hanson, aye, Jen DePietro,
Hi,
Dan Cook,
Aye.
Zach Barnett,
Aye.
Angie Simone,
Aye.
and Jess Whitmore Parker.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Let's see, so that's, I think some of you are on the emails from Marissa about the passport and the brochure. Those needed to be prepaid, so I
Yeah,
prepaid,
sorry, prepaid them.
yeah, I prepaid those today. We're gonna put the order in Friday.
How are you gonna get reimbursed?
I'm working on it.
If you figure that out, let us know, so we can use that technique.
I'm pretty sure the POs are in the works, so if we have the PO before I ask for the reimbursement, you know,
Hopefully,
yeah, we should be okay.
it's like an every 2 week cycle or something.
Right, yeah. Right. You don't get reimbursed for taxes. We've talked about that before. We'll get there hopefully at some point. And I think the other thing, oh, so Dan, you've been in touch with B&E Tool?
Yep.
Right,
It seems like it's gonna happen.
okay. Do you think,
I told them this year I would like the check in hand, and I can hand it to you.
oh. okay.
Remember, we had a little problem for, no one knew where it
Oh,
was for
nobody
a
knew
week,
where it was, that's right.
or maybe 2 weeks, couldn't
Right.
figure it out.
Okay, thank you.
But I will get in touch with her.
Okay.
I got in touch with her right after that meeting, the last meeting.
Okay, yep. And do you think, Terra Americana and Sonic?
Yes, yeah, I haven't. We're in, but I haven't talked to Ron yet about it. He's in, I'm sure.
Okay, that's great. And I think one of the, our focus right now should be on volunteers. I mean, in addition to all this other stuff that's going on, getting volunteers, because as we've said many times, you know, we need more this year,
So
so.
we're gonna start doing that like.
Have we got a count on anybody that said they do it yet? Or do we?
Not
Nothing.
really.
Okay.
And, so I was thinking, you know, we had National Honor Society kids last year, like 11 of them. I reached out to them, I got 4 so far. But I think I want to reach out again, to remind them
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
tell them that, you know, August 10th, you know, orientation, and say, by the way, you don't have to be in National Honor Society to volunteer, so ask your friends, you know.
Right.
So,
I'm reaching out to Big Y. They have a volunteer program,
oh, okay.
so hopefully we get a few people from there.
that'd be great.
Do you know if Sage edited the volunteer form? That he,
Yeah,
there was a paper copy too, right?
right. We sent, you know, we talked about it and made some edits, and I sent him those. I haven't seen,
Were we gonna hang those up or post those?
yeah, I think we're gonna put them around with the flyers, actually.
Right.
Yeah, I'll follow up with him.
Weren't we gonna put it online too?
Yeah, no, for sure.
And I think he put a QR code on it as well, I believe. On the sheet with them.
Yeah.
I saw it last.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause I remember us talking about putting it next to the posting when we like put it up wherever we put
Yeah.
it. but-
Yeah, yeah.
And I wanted to ask, what about the sign in this Christmas?
Yeah,
Is that like a Southwick sign?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah, we can do that, and,
I didn't know if it was, I hadn't looked. But I was wondering if it's up yet.
Is
'Cause
that free to? do?
it's not up yet.
I should probably get it up pretty soon.
Yeah, maybe.
If we put volunteers needed on there,
Yeah.
Why not?
volunteer at
Sure.
SuffolkAg.com.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is that free to do that? Put it up on the sign? or-
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's great.
remember they did it last year, we didn't know it.
Yeah.
Spotted it like after it, the farm day, it was like, holy cow.
We should get the transfer station.
Transfer
sign.
station, same
Yeah.
thing, it stayed up for like
Oh,
3
yeah.
weeks after
Weeks
the,
after.
after the event, but that's okay. I think that's it for Farm Day right now.
I just had something.
Okay, yeah,
Marissa had emailed me the schedule that she can't be here tonight, but she asked me to talk about it.
Okay,
And I'll volunteer to do all the postings, but she had suggested to, like, every other day, spotlight a different farm on Facebook, on our
Yeah.
Facebook page. So she made this schedule and like each day post about what the farm's gonna have, just maybe a little blurb about the history of the farm. So I'll pass this around. I don't know if you vote to accept that or, but I'll do the postings.
okay, yeah, great, thank you.
That's awesome.
Do we have like pictures? We could put. This,
We
are
have a
you
bunch-
doing this online?
Yeah, on Facebook.
If the farm has like a Facebook page, you're gonna link to
Link
it,
to it, yeah.
Yeah.
or a website even.
We have a lot of pictures from last year, and it's mostly the same farms, so. we could,
That's great.
What about getting us some flyers for each farm? This Southwick. Shop southwick.net.
Thank you.
Well, I figure we bring them, but if you want them in advance, you mean for ones to get out.
You know, we'd
that
have a
day.
little flyer there. Every place that we have.
Oh, absolutely. We mentioned that earlier, that
Oh, okay.
at the sign-in tables. I'd love to,
Yeah, a
Give-
stack of flyers there too.
I'd love to throw it in with whatever passport we give them. I mean, wherever we give out, if we're doing the passports again.
Yeah,
We are. Those are big, that.
I'd love to throw that in with each passport we give out. That way we know that there's one per person.
Mhm.
Everybody that got a passport would get that.
Yep.
And I can do it. So it's folded or flat sheet, whatever, what would you prefer? Would you want it to be foldable?
I think foldable, yeah, because that's about the same size as the passport.
So if we get it, if we
Yeah.
fold it this way,
Mhm.
then maybe I could reorient it so it's. Well, let's do that.
And we give out stickers, farm related stickers too. Of course, kids love those. So this would be another piece of paper they could put a sticker on.
Yeah, well, I mean, they get stickers, multiple stickers, so I don't wanna give them multiple pages, but if we give them one with each
Sure.
passport, that would be a nice,
Yeah,
a
absolutely.
nice addition. And I'll think through how we'll print something up in color that's simple but bright.
Mhm. Yeah. Yep. Yep. And you guys, meaning EDC, like we printed these flyers here in town hall. And I think as a town commission, you should be able to do that too.
Yeah, I've had them do some printing.
Oh,
The one limitation is I can't go in and connect my computer because it's too complicated to go through all of this. So I have to have somebody who prints it. What computer is it printed?
I just email it to either our secretary Cindy Barton or Lisa Anderson.
Okay, they'll print it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I'll do it that way. I'll get somebody within the town because there's a problem connecting an outside thing.
Oh,
It has
yeah.
to scan and has to have software on it, special software, so.
Yeah.
Just understanding that somebody who works in the town already, if they can get a copy of it, they can print it.
Right.
Does it do two-sided?
I think it does.
We have before.
Cindy, are you there still?
Cause if I do. a
Yeah,
full-
I can scan double-sided.
Yeah, double sided is okay. Yeah, okay,
Okay.
thank you.
I'll see if I can design a
Right.
simple double-sided.
Yes.
Yes.
Guide to shopsouthwick.com and we'll have illustrations of what it looks like on your phone, because the real push is to put it on your phone.
Yeah, okay, great.
And we'll put a QR code on it.
That's pretty awesome.
So Angie, do you need content?
You have access.
For
to
these
photos?
things?
I might need some help, but I can reach out, I can email. Cause it's not starting till July 26th.
26th, yeah,
We have a
okay.
meeting before that,
Yeah, right.
so.
We do, right,
I'm
we
gonna
do.
try to write up a little blurb from what I know, and then if
Okay.
I need any information, I can reach out at the next meeting.
Okay,
Pretty cool.
I can give you their emails. If you don't already have them.
the database.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, good. Okay, okay. Okay.
So regarding the volunteer orientation, Angie has helped me. tremendously, giving me the information from last year's. And in interest of time, I probably won't do the PowerPoint, because I don't know if we have a lot of time to talk about
Oh,
everything else.
yeah.
But, it's basically a PowerPoint presenting pretty much everything from
Okay,
the list from last year, which is, I think it went out, right, in the email.
Last year that was
Last-
emailed to all the volunteers.
Okay, and
Yeah.
so, I did a PowerPoint kind of for the 10th of each
Okay.
section.
okay, yeah,
But, you know, and then you updated this list too, which is, putting the different shifts and names and different farms. So once we get the volunteers and which farms they're gonna be at, things like that, so
Yep.
she gave me a lot of input and,
Yeah.
you know, we chatted about that,
that's great.
but
Thanks
that,
for saving all those documents.
Don't delete any emails.
Do you want, well, I mean, it's only 7:35.
oh, you sure? Okay,
Yeah.
if you guys mind.
I don't know if you need to,
Cindy, can you just make this, the computer here a co-host?
Yeah, I can do that.
yeah, I'm just gonna scooch over here because you might need the mouse.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
it's really, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that.
No big deal.
Which one?
What if it's-
It should be all set.
Thank you.
it's on?
Sounds good.
Okay, so the first thing, can everybody see
I'm
that?
not on Zoom yet. You have to
Oh.
go to Zoom
Okay,
and then down at the bottom, yep, the green share button down there.
okay,
And then you just find,
there. Oh, I double click on it. Can everybody see that?
You see that, Jessica?
That's pretty simple.
That's pretty awesome.
Share your screen.
Okay,
well, you have to be a
so
host or co-host.
the first thing that, I did a
Computer to share.
PowerPoint.
No, you just need to be the host or the co-host of the meeting.
To present the day of, so basically this would be up when everybody is there. That's the first page, and then this would be, the second page is just basically, why is it important? So I need some feedback on that. I just put information as to what we had last year, and I just updated from first open farm day to second annual. And then just added, you know, what we had from last year's in there. So if anybody had any feedback on that, and again, I can email this out to everybody, just to get, feedback on the presentation.
Mhm.
Third page is just this here, talking about, you know, all the farms that are involved, and, you know, talk about, you know, whatever comes up from that conversation. Maybe people can pick which farm they want to go to on this one,
Mhm.
you know, on the slide. Second one is, you know, talking about the map and the informational guide, which is the brochure, right? The second, that's the brochure, the
Yeah.
second item, so. So I added those are the most updated ones that were emailed recently. We can discuss that. And then basically this was taken from last year's, it's timeline and expectations. The one thing I was wondering if, I don't know, if you know, that we tell them to take a snack and, you know,
Yeah, the water.
because it's like a 3-hour thing, so I don't know if they need, but we can ask them to take that, but
Yeah.
I was thinking of providing water. Cause I was gonna ask my husband to
We chose
drive.
not to last year.
Yeah.
chose not to? Okay. Okay,
That's so you've got empty plastic bottles
Ah.
and what do you do with them?
Then it's trash.
Yeah.
so that's where you come in with like removing your trash and
Yeah,
things like
carry
that.
in, carry out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
that's fine, so I'll take that question mark out. So we could still say that, bring your own water and snack if they want it, and then this is everything that you guys put in there last year, so
Mhm.
I just copied it and put it over, and I've added my number at the bottom, you know. And then.
Oh, your number?
My number, well, it says, please
Okay.
contact your
Yeah.
commissioner, or
That's
call
awesome.
me,
That's
you
awesome.
know. Cause I guess, last year you guys said, one commissioner was at a farm with the volunteers, is that how you guys
Yeah.
did it?
Generally, yeah.
Okay, so,
might be a
then
little bit
if they had any
Yeah.
issues,
It might be a little different this year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we have more farms, you know, so.
yeah, that's true. So
But we'll,
we can talk about that.
Yeah.
And then the last slide,
But
and
you're
this
also
is like,
floating, like, commissioner, weren't you?
I'm sorry, what?
You floated around to the. different-
I went to
yeah.
all the
oh, cool.
farms, but,
So if we needed, like, if there's an emergency or we need something.
Yeah.
use it.
yeah.
That's one of the things I wanted to add in here, like a safety slide,
Mhm.
like, you know, who to contact if something happens, you
Call
know.
Commissioner, go right to 911.
Yeah,
And
so,
You should remind people that, though.
yeah,
And
yeah,
Marissa was kind of a floater too.
Yeah.
She was
Okay.
taking pictures.
She was doing
Oh, that's cool.
science.
She was pregnant then. too.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Oh, yeah.
The floating pregnant commissioner.
And then the last slide, well, one of the last slides is the volunteer toolkit. I guess there was a back of, items for
Yeah.
the volunteer put together.
Yeah, Yep.
And that's where I have the questions, like, do we still have this stuff somewhere, like the safety vest? I know trash bags
Yes.
we can get. You know, that's where I was thinking the EDC restaurant list, that's where that,
Yeah, we talked about
the, shop.southwick.net would come into place there, I think.
Yeah. safety vest.
Um,
I have the safety vests.
Okay.
So I just gotta count them up and
Oh, okay.
see if,
I
well,
have,
we're gonna need more actually, when we have more
okay,
volunteers. I don't think a lot of people wore the safety vests last year. though.
I think everyone at our place did.
Yeah, did they?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I did.
I think some,
Okay.
like Firefly Fields might need them and.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
It
all.
kind of,
you did?
it
Okay.
makes volunteers stand out too.
mhm.
Well, that's true.
So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
So, and I do have totes that I can use if we don't have totes. I have a ton left over from my wedding, so, and they're nice ones. They're like, they're canvas bags.
Okay.
So I have some that I can donate. So that's why I was gonna need help, like how to get everything that we had here, like together, so that's basically on the slide as well, what they're gonna receive. And then the next one is just basically, thank you. Thanking them for their time.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So that's that, and then the
Okay.
other two slides, so I'll email this to everybody.
Yeah,
and
thanks,
everybody
yeah, 'cause then we
can, definitely,
Think about it a bit.
look at it. The other two items were what I just showed. This is I updated this that Angie gave me. Okay, we're doing a configuration.
Hmm.
Sorry about that, everyone.
First time it's been used.
Doing something, I apologize.
Right.
Anyways, it was the list that I showed everyone.
Oh, the
Yeah,
volunteer.
it was,
who's
yeah,
where.
the list of
Yeah.
where I got the PowerPoint information from. And then, the other item was the volunteer sheet that Angie updated, having the 2 shifts.
Mhm.
And then the last thing was the garden plot sign that I made. I know it was my action, oh, here's the, this is the,
Okay.
basically
yeah.
the updated,
Mhm.
kind of like goes toward with the PowerPoint. So this can be handed out to the volunteers,
Sure, yep.
you know, at the time of the meeting, so.
Yeah.
And then I'll email that out to everybody along with everything else. And then this is the volunteer sheet that Angie updated.
Right.
With the 2 shifts and which farms and who wants to do which shift and things. So it's a good sign up
Yeah.
sheet there, so.
I'm thinking we'll probably have at least some or several of the same volunteers from at the same, like Dan wants to be at Solex.
Oh,
right? So I think, we'll have some of the same people at the same
Oh,
farms that they did last year. which-
I'll volunteer to do Calabrese, so I can do that one. I'll just put that out there now. And then this is the last slide I wanted to show everybody. I was wanting to make like a sign for the garden, like saying this is our plot. You know, this is the beginning when I first planted.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, but so it's
Yep.
kind of has like our sign on it, our, you know, this
Mhm.
is us, but basically, oh, it's cut off some of it, sorry. Is basically our wish is to grow produce to give to the Southland
Mhm.
Food Bank and we accept, you know, we're putting it out there to, it doesn't say it, sorry. To, if you wanted to donate to it, seeds, plants, or even their time to help weed it, you know, I put that on there. Sorry, it didn't come up in
Okay,
this.
yeah.
Fence posts.
Donate, you know, those 2 bins of water is gonna be amazing, so I think that'll be awesome. So this is kind of what I was thinking of putting up in our little area that we have this year. So I'll put that out to everybody so everybody can look at it. I won't post it up until I get feedback from
In
it.
our
so-
area, you mean
In
it?
our plot, like
Okay,
on,
okay.
in that section,
Yeah.
kind of big, so that people can see it, and know that we're there.
Right,
And
okay, yeah, good.
this is our first annual time, I think, so,
Mhm.
but that's it, that's everything, so thank
Oh,
you
very
for
good. Thanks so much.
listening.
Yeah, good job.
Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
you and Angie, thank you for
Yeah,
being
thank you, Angie.
proactive,
Very
as
helpful.
as we like to say.
So,
Too bad
very
we couldn't get like an overhead drone shot of
The garden?
the garden.
Well, I think we know.
Camera, you got a camera on it?
It's on the website.
Zach, you got a camera on it?
No idea.
No, Angie's husband, Jason, does a lot of,
But you know what I mean? It
Anyway.
shows the top, the overhead view of the garden and
Yeah,
It'd be nice to get
Yeah.
an update.
put that as a picture, yeah,
especially right now with plants growing in it and stuff, people get an
Yeah.
idea what it looks like.
Yeah.
exactly,
of course, there's a lot of weeds too.
yeah.
Terrible though.
Yeah,
When I was there.
That's good.
yeah.
Really quick, before we move on, do we want to decide what commissioner's gonna be at what farm?
Sure.
I was kind of assuming I'd just go back to Arnold.
Arnold's.
I was gonna reach out to Dwight, see if anything's changed.
Yeah, right, plus you got an idea, so
Yeah, I
don't
know.
I, that's why I was like,
Yeah.
might as well go back to the same.
Yeah, that's so. Let's see if we can get the Prifties to join in like they did last year.
No, they're related to them, I believe. So,
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know
the
that.
Solax, yeah,
Yeah, okay.
I think that's why they did it too.
I think any family in South, like it goes back 100 years.
That's true. I'll probably be a floater again, just, you know, travel around and, see who needs what, if anything.
I'm planning to be at Arnold's again.
Cool.
Okay.
And if my husband's not working, because he ended up helping Dwight quite a bit last year, like explaining when it got really busy. He,
Yeah.
so,
think-
but that will depend on if he's, farming that day or not, but at least,
Plus it's like two, cause it's. well,
Yeah,
it's
and you got the
sunflower,
sunflowers,
Yeah,
so-
right.
Yeah.
yeah.
we're
And Zach
helping
and I were
people
both
out.
there last year.
I gotta reach out to my friends, see if they'll volunteer again.
Yeah, I think my wife Juliet will go to B-sides again,
And
and I'll,
probably, Tom will probably be there too.
yeah, and Tom, that's well, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
And they also, there they had, Andrea Bugby and her husband Jim, Lang, so. I don't want to go through the whole list off the top of my head right now, but anyway,
Sorry, I might have missed that, so, where was she wanting to go, or was she?
at B-sides,
Oh,
and Tom would be there, of course, it's his family.
Yeah.
Jess,
Yeah.
and her, Jess and maybe her husband at Arnold's.
So because of B-side, you have Juliet and Tom, and then like Andrea and her husband possibly.
Mhm.
You want to split it up?
Yeah,
like,
split shift.
Oh,
split Shift.
right.
I don't think they need 4 people.
Probably not, that's true. Especially that particular farm, they had the whole family.
Right.
You know, doing things.
I will probably just be there anyway.
Right.
And Juliet, you're talking about your wife there?
Hmm?
Juliet, your wife,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
what's she doing with Tom? What's going on with Tom? No, it's just funny her saying Tom and Juliet.
You did the commission.
Zach will be at Arnold's, so we still have a few here to,
We have Blossoming Acres, Cowards.
and,
There's Firefly Fields.
oh, Angie, you said Calabrese?
Well, Jen's gonna
I'm
do
gonna do
Calabrese.
Jen's gonna go down, I'm sorry.
And Firefly Fields, did we have somebody?
Sage,
That was Sage last year.
probably need a lot of volunteers there.
Hopefully he's not too traumatized still.
I was gonna say, he's probably not gonna wanna go back.
Yeah, we should ask.
Well,
Okay,
he's not here, he doesn't get a choice.
that's a good start.
Yeah. We assigned it.
It's Blossoming Acres, I'm pretty sure Tammy. Will be there, even though she's going off the commission still.
Just there.
Yeah, yeah,
And he'll probably do Klein View again.
I would think, yeah.
Perfect.
I can do the scoop
Oh,
in
okay.
Granville.
That'd be good.
Fine.
I just went there this weekend. They do have a nice little
Yeah.
animals
We just
all,
went there this past
the
weekend.
place was packed.
Yeah,
That's
I
great.
was impressed. Wow.
And you're gonna make that a farm, not just a mobile.
right, they were gonna bring their ice cream truck,
Broke
so to
down.
speak, but it broke down. So we're sending people out there. A little bit of a drive, but then we have Solex on Granville Road and.
Figure it's only a
Plainview,
couple miles from
and It's
Stolac.
only a couple more miles. so
Yeah,
it's not big
perfect.
of a deal.
Yeah, Klein.
All right, that's a good start.
All right, good. Very good. Okay, so we should be able to get through the rest of our agenda pretty quickly. It's only 10:50. I mean,
We're only on the first item.
well, I know, but that's a big one. The other ones are small ones.
My fault.
No, not at all. I did want to make sure everybody's aware that, the Prifties did get a letter from Conservation Commission saying you're exempt from, wetlands, rules, so they're,
I saw Sabrina, I think, said it's not a pond. or
yeah.
something.
She was big on it's not a pond, I'm not
I'm not sure.
totally,
Does that mean he didn't need any of this in the first place?
no, no, he definitely needed the approval, so, and he said, recently, they probably won't even do it till fall now, because the
Yeah.
Solex do the actual work. And they're busy haying and
Yeah.
doing
Yeah, I
other
just
farm
caught it
stuff,
the other day.
so. And then let's see, the community garden update, well, Jen just referred to that, we have the water tanks.
Yeah.
We have the, those base things for the fence post.
Oh,
The
and
metal
fence posts.
stakes,
Yeah,
the fence posts.
base stakes, I think they call those, and then the pump too, so,
Where, do we have the pump?
yeah, Dan has it.
It's in my truck.
Yeah.
I carried four buckets up to it to put water in it, and that kicked my butt. It was
Oh,
like
right.
it was like 95 degrees out.
Oh, my God, yeah,
Oh, with that humidity, it's.
But I had to put water in and rinse it out, because otherwise they were kind of explosive with all the alcohol fumes in it.
okay.
Oh.
Oh,
Isopropyl alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we're gonna put those inside the,
You wanna put them inside?
I think
Okay.
so, yeah.
As long as there's room, yeah.
Yeah, I got.
I didn't want to,
So Zach, how you getting water out of there? I was kind of looking at it.
so there's a,
There's a thing on the bottom.
there's
You
a,
got some, is there a height so you can get
so we
some?
need to do something to get them up off the ground.
Okay, that's what I was
Um,
thinking.
I don't know what we're gonna do. If anyone has any, like concrete blocks or something?
Is the,
Yeah.
the skid framing underneath metal? Is everything
Yeah,
metal?
it's sitting in a metal frame.
And it's got like, you could get forks under it and pick it up if you had.
Yeah, two people
Yeah.
can pick it up easily.
I-
I was
oh.
moving it around myself.
Oh,
No,
really?
but I don't wanna put
Oh,
something
wow.
under it and it's wood and it's not gonna hold it after you fill it up with water.
I don't know if it's got some. You probably wanna have at least like plywood under it.
Yeah.
Some
Or
block.
blocks would be good. least in the corners,
Mm,
and they're not huge. Cinder block,
That's what I was thinking, we get them up on cinder blocks.
Mm.
Cause I've got
Just
a
to-
few, I think I've got enough to put them under there, we need 6
and then
probably
they
each.
make hose adapters that'll screw onto the nozzle.
Okay.
oh, I was wondering about that, cause the outlet thing is like 1.5 or 2
Yeah, it's
inches.
like, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw them, they have them on Amazon. Or maybe, I guess. we have them.
Yes, might help.
And then I was also thinking maybe. Making something to collect rainwater to fill it too,
Mm,
so we don't
Mhm.
always have to pump it,
Mhm.
because it does have has a big opening, and then the top that screws on also has a small. Regular size,
Okay.
No, that's a good idea.
screw in little thing.
Oh, and we still have another one coming from,
You have.
Buzz
yeah, you
Karen,
guys
don't
have
we?
one Too.
So I was thinking maybe we'll get on that in the fall. You know, we got
Okay.
this for now,
yeah, okay,
in the fall, we get that done, so it'll be ready for next year.
I don't know how fast people are gonna go through 500 gallons.
No, right,
yeah. I mean, it seems like it's gonna be another rainy summer so far.
So far, it's not as bad as last year.
Yeah.
yeah, everything's green, I like it.
Nothing has to be watered really,
Mhm, right,
it's
Right.
spaced out pretty well.
yeah, so I guess we,
But I think we probably should at least fill them up halfway so they don't blow away or no one can steal
right, good point. And I think maybe we'll attach hoses, get the adapter and attach garden
them.
hoses.
Yeah, maybe get like a wind up.
Hmm.
I have an extra one actually.
Hmm.
I've never used one of those plastic
Yeah.
ones.
And
Might
then-
last a season or two.
Where are they located, in the front?
I put them right in the front, yeah. The guy backed up with his trailer and we just took them off.
I think we'll put them at like that, if you're facing the garden to the left or south, those plots,
Better,
Don't-
closer to the trees.
yeah,
Okay,
they don't get as much sunlight, so I rent those out last, and
Yeah.
nobody's there this year so far. So I thought we'd put them in, like one on
yeah, that's a good idea.
kind of each side or something.
I mean, we could even possibly stack them one on top of the other, but.
Hmm.
I don't know, it might make it a little dangerous.
Yeah,
Or might make the bottom one collapse, I don't know.
right. Kid-
I don't-
Kids would climb on it.
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay, and then we talked a little bit last time, I think, about some kind of a work day to work on the fence.
Yeah, get those
Maybe,
ready.
maybe like not now when it's 90 degrees, maybe
Yeah,
later in summer, early fall.
Yeah, yeah.
If it starts getting dry out, we're gonna want those water tanks in.
Well, true, we should do those, but
Yeah.
the fence and some,
Yeah, fence should probably be the
Yeah.
fall time.
yeah. Uh,
also, you wanna drain those. Come winter time, we're gonna wanna drain those, make sure there's no water in them.
that's a good
You don't
point.
want them
Yeah, you don't want them to
to
break.
freeze and break.
Yeah, if you have
Okay.
cinder blocks, they can help you set them up.
Yeah.
Probably know when they're available.
Okay. Good.
I wouldn't take long.
No.
Hmm.
And you
Yeah.
have the pump, do you have a long hose or should I? To pump up from, how are we gonna do that? We're gonna connect it to the,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I took it's still in a box, I haven't really looked at it, I didn't.
I think we're gonna have to take the well apart to do that.
Yeah, you can just lift the manual pump, you can just lift that right
It
out.
does come right off,
Yeah, yeah.
okay. It looks like it used to be bolted down, but all the bolts broke.
Yeah, there's a few still there in place, yeah. Yeah, so Dan brought the pump tonight. I'm gonna take it home and charge
Okay.
the battery.
Okay. Oh, it's
Oh,
electric?
really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I heard you say that tonight and I was like, what are you talking about? I thought it was electric plug-in.
Yeah, no, it's a battery,
Okay.
yeah.
How much water does it? Burn?
There's some. Has 14 feet of lift or something like that, and I'd have to look it up. Richie Reed thought it would be adequate, so would be good.
Is it self-priming? Do you know
I don't know
that? I hope so.
that.
So otherwise getting the water going might be hard.
Yeah, I know. So I'll take it home and do some experimenting.
If you want any help getting it hooked up to the well.
Yeah, okay, I'll let you know. Yeah, maybe Dan. Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta get it up on blocks when we start filling.
Yeah,
Uh, Okay, good. So the database, I know you guys have been kind of chipping away at it kind of thing, and maybe after Farm Day, we'll have some more information, maybe we could.
I like, what he was talking about with getting updates on what people are looking at, what people are searching for. That's part of the informational systems too that I learned.
Okay,
Geographical, like,
yeah,
it all kind of ties in together with the database,
Mm-hmm.
the mapping and, getting information and data as to what's important to the farmers. And that's one of the things is, what, Angie and I kind of brought up to recently was, are we going to be, once we get our farms, and are we gonna go out to these farms before open farm day and ask them what they would like to see and what kind of presentation they're gonna do, or,
we did visit
Yeah, we did it
last year.
and that's like a good time to ask, like, what do they need? What do they want?
Yeah.
What can we do for them kind of thing, and then that would be a good way to kind of lead me in a way of like, getting more information to them as to how we can help them
Mhm.
and, with the mapping system. It kind of goes hand in hand with the
Mm.
database and, trying to get information as to how we can get more people to visit their farms, whether they're like you said, if they're selling to the public or not, that kind of. But yeah, I would hope to get more updated information after
Yeah,
farm day, open farm for sure.
I was also thinking when you mentioned the analytics it gets from the website, maybe we should get like a monthly report, have Sage print it out or email us from the website. It's all built in too.
Yeah,
That is
uh-huh.
amazing information
Yeah,
that we
there's
can
tons of
Yeah.
it.
get, yeah.
See if anyone's even coming to our site or.
I have to look into that part of it, cause I'm like, if we can like kind of, solve any of their problems with that kind of tool, would be great. Would be amazing to
Mhm.
get the data, cause
Yeah.
it's out there, it's just we need to retrieve it.
They just gotta run some reports. So you
Yeah.
should probably, be looking at those.
Definitely, yeah.
So, I think, yeah, you're right, I think the database will be more updated after. Open
Yeah.
Farm Day.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. And we can start working on it again,
Yeah. And I think I'm pretty sure I have the sort of the reports from the site visits last year,
Mhm.
so.
Oh, that's
I
great.
could email around like who went where.
Yeah.
and,
I like that, yeah,
And then-
that'd be great, and
with the report, so.
It sounds like Calabrese is gonna do a lot more this year.
Yeah, yep. They're gonna have some tours. They're gonna have free grilled corn,
nice,
for a few hours.
all right.
Yeah, so they're much more open.
That's good.
This year, as we've been talking about.
That's
Yeah.
good, that's good. Cool.
Yeah, so it'll be good.
Awesome.
Okay, database, okay. Oh, if we've been talking about, I emailed this just before the meeting.
So
There's a beekeeping workshop coming up at the library. It's actually just a few days after after the open farm day, and I had it wrong on the agenda. I said Wednesday, August 18th. It's Wednesday, August 21st.
Is
But,
Select Boy doing it?
No, it's somebody
okay.
from a guy named Nate Sperry from the Hamden County Beekeepers Association.
Cool.
So,
That's very cool.
yeah.
was the end of summer a good time to start beekeeping?
No. Maybe harvesting,
Right.
probably, but he has 100 colonies.
Wow.
And he was the Massachusetts State Beekeeper of the Year in 2021. So,
I've noticed a lot fewer bees at my house this year.
really?
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's kind of alarming.
Hmm.
And I purposely let all the clover grow too, to get as many as I could.
Yeah. Wow,
There doesn't seem to be too many.
yeah.
That is alarming.
So, again, this is in your email, so if you wanna, I think you said you're interested in going.
Yeah.
So we should,
See it.
pre-register.
My neighbor's got bees, he'd be interested.
Oh, yeah.
Be interested.
Ah,
BEE, yeah. if you're in the bee club, you know, it's everything's be,
Oh, I'm sure.
be well, you know, be,
Changes your whole vocabulary.
Yeah. Let's see, and Jen, with your GIS mapping tool, we talked a little bit about maybe doing that. Certainly after Open Farm Day.
Yeah, September, late
Maybe.
September, or maybe October. I could
Yeah.
Definitely get something put
I'm pretty
together.
interested in that.
And with that information from the website and from
Mhm.
Open Farm Day, I think I would have a really good presentation.
Yeah, awesome.
And-
Yep.
And
Yep.
hopefully it would help some of the farmers,
Yeah, the farmers and I think other boards and commissions, you know, too.
yeah.
What function is it?
The,
input?
the geographical information system,
Right, I know the assessment information is on GIS map. What purpose would this have? Like,
it would be to kind of give a tool for the local businesses and farmers, mostly is what we're doing to kind of. There's ways to be able to logistically solve problems if they have issues with getting people to their farm. Basically, basically putting them on a map more, trying to get them,
to put them on like Google Maps.
yeah, kind of like, it's a mapping system.
Would you create your own
that
layer?
Could actually do analytical, like logistics, anything that they have issues with, like. Let's say they have issues with climate and, trying to solve problems with, like. What I learned in my class is basically, how people can farm differently if they know what the climate is like, how people can, get more people to visit, because they're located in a certain area, and how to get more, more business. And with the information that's given with the data, you plug it in and it actually gives them more data to go by, on an annual basis. So in this,
So even marketing information.
pretty much, yeah. So, and it's all.
Populations.
Does,
target.
yeah, it can tell them, okay, so what's the age group that goes to them? Is it more elderly? Is it more older people, or is it more, middle-aged class people, or how can they get all people to come to their farm if they're not, it's definitely more in depth in how to get more attention to their business. And it also can say, okay, well, if there's issues with climate, they can also get climate information to get to their, like, it's hard to describe.
Okay,
But I learned a
primarily
lot about
marketing.
how all this data that is out there can help them and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to go to these farms and say, okay, what kind of issues do you have? Is there anything that we can help them with? And that issue, I could say, okay, well, let's build this information system regarding that issue. Whether they're trying to get the younger crowd or something, or whatever so you could take that issue and say, okay, let's plug it in and give them data about how to solve
Where
it.
those people live,
Um,
data about where their target audience lives.
right, yeah, I mean, there's so much data out there that you can actually.
Some of the data already exists.
It does,
Just
in different.
manipulating it to be useful for them.
Yeah, in the tools, like the Southwick town uses
Mhm.
geographic, the ArcGIS.
Mhm.
And they already use it, but it's an old program,
Right.
but there's other ones out there that have all this data out there that you could just plug in and it goes right to a report for them. And that's what I learned in my past class, so. Awesome.
Are these free data sources?
The ArcGIS was not free, you'd have to pay for a license for it, but there are free ones out there.
Do you know how much it is?
I do not know, because I got it free through my
Right.
class.
I'm just wondering if that's something the commission should buy to provide for the farmers.
Right, exactly. I mean, they have it online now. on the town.
Right.
I was surprised to see that when I was doing a report.
So it has stuff like you get a better yield out of your garden because.
Right, yeah, like, I noticed this year, the farmers were farming differently, like than last year.
Mhm.
And I don't know if that's because they had the soil degradation, I don't know.
We had all the rain
The
too.
rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I noticed that was one of the big things I noticed this year. And if that's one of their problems, then how can we help them?
Mm.
If anything, I know we can't do anything about climate and all that, but.
Yeah.
You know, is there any way that we can support them in
Yeah,
that?
help them adapt.
So,
Which crops will grow better, you know.
and that's where I was like thinking I could help them with something like that, you know, just the data that's out there, just utilize it, you
Yeah.
know, so.
Yeah.
It's hard to describe because I've been out of that class for 2 sessions now, but I'm willing to dig into it and, you know, try to see, and that's why I wanted to get out to the farms and say. What kind of issues do you have, you know, and how can we help you? And
That's what we're here for, so.
exactly, I
right.
wanted to kind of, and that's why I like that idea of just having one commissioner, maybe going to their designated farm for the open farm day and say, okay. You know, kind of go with some questions
Yeah,
and say, you know,
Like I know the tobacco farmers had to scrap a lot of their crops last year.
Mhm.
yeah. So that's one of the things that like, you know, would like to kind of help them with, you know, somehow, some way, if there's any way to do that, you know.
Well, I'm sure there's some ways, you know.
Yeah,
sort
yeah,
of
with the
experiment,
information
see,
out there, maybe
yeah.
they can do a different type of farming or a different type of something with their soil or,
Yeah,
you know. I know some people just dig trenches or build
Yeah,
up
wa-
or plant trees for
water
wind
management,
and,
yeah.
yeah, I noticed that too. It's like, it's just amazing, like the differences that I see every year, you know,
Mm.
different crops and stuff, so.
Yeah.
That's
awesome
what I'm
idea.
gearing towards, trying
Okay,
to help
wow,
them,
yeah.
because then they'll know more about us and
Right,
know that we're here for them too, you know, kind of
sure,
get it out there.
that's excellent, yeah. Now, did you say you're gonna be? Your schedule, you'll be starting school again?
Yeah, in
right?
September,
Mhm.
but I can have this presentation done
Yeah.
like before then,
Yeah.
but I'd like probably wanna do it after Farm Day, try
Oh,
to
for sure.
kind of like
yeah.
take a break.
And probably one
maybe.
of our regular. Like one of our work session meetings, you know, the fourth Wednesday,
Okay,
or we could do a Saturday, I suppose.
yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what day, but
Yeah.
once I put it together, I'll know like how much, you know.
Yeah.
And if somebody else wants to get in on the presentation, like you said, at the library kind of thing, do something there, maybe kind of put 2 forces together.
Yep, for sure.
So. It's in my mind, I just have to get it out. I was working on this stuff first and
Yeah,
then,
sure,
you know, now that I'm out of school until September 2nd. So I have all of July and August to work on these
Mhm.
items, so.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see, we've been talking about a panel of farmers with grant writing experience, nothing on that. How to start a hobby farm was something that Lynn Blair at the library actually asked for. And one of our open farm day people is, Shauna Sherry from, Second Eden. And that's what part of what she's gonna do for open farm day, and how do you build a farm?
That's
So
awesome.
maybe through that, maybe we can get this workshop together.
That's cool. That's great.
yeah, that'd be awesome.
I like that.
And, okay, this should be the last time I ever mention this, the chapter 61 protocols meeting tomorrow night at 6.
Oh, tomorrow, okay.
Tomorrow, yeah. Is anybody able to go? Or-
Yeah, I'll be there.
Oh, okay, awesome. Yeah,
I'm gonna try.
I mean, I think Marissa is basically the presenter.
Yes.
I'm most likely gonna Zoom the
I got a ball
meeting,
game.
likely.
Yeah,
I was there when she first presented it.
yeah, like a year ago, right?
Yeah.
Going on,
It was a year ago.
going on a year ago, anyway. Yeah,
It was during the reappointments,
yeah, that's right.
which they still haven't done, right?
Right. And then just a little bit of a tangent, things like. This Westfield City Lifestyle, another magazine, it's a little bit like Go Local.
Was Dan on there?
Oh, yeah, it's the best baseball team ever right there.
I know, I didn't even, I just was looking at it and saying, wait a minute. That's Dan. You're looking pretty badass here, Dan.
You got it. No smiling in baseball. That's what we, before the pitch, you were like, no smiling.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah, it came out pretty good.
yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah, and then of course, and the article is by your wife Julie.
Yes,
Yeah.
Nice.
there's a picture of me throwing a ball inside there too. I like.
That's cool.
From years ago, we played a World Series. Right there. That's it. Right there.
Over here?
Yeah,
Oh, that's you?
Yeah.
No kidding.
it's like 16 years ago
Yeah.
when we
Very
first
cool.
started. I think we started 18 years ago, but it's probably like
100
16.
mile-an-hour pitcher.
That's when I was 100 miles an hour. And I'm like 70.
Yeah. Well, it's so black and white makes it seem even older than.
Yeah, right.
Of course, right? The idea.
It's not funny.
There's no laughing in baseball.
Yes. That's great. You got that magazine. Huh?
Yeah, I saw, and somehow.
I've been getting it too. It started coming to me.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I got one too,
I
actually.
picked it up, so, you know.
I know I've seen
wherever.
the picture before. I don't think I realized it was Dan on there.
Yeah, I didn't either until I just was looking.
That's
at it.
actually behind my house. That's the barn, the farm,
Oh, yeah.
or the
Oh.
barn.
This is the June issue, so,
The gentleman's month, it says right there.
yeah, yeah,
Nice.
Yeah, that came out good.
yeah.
Very cool.
Anyway. Okay, so Angie, for the chapter 61, just back on that, so you're gonna go,
I will be here in person.
I'm gonna
If
go,
they zoom it, I can,
I'm
I-
pretty sure it's on Zoom too.
yeah.
Um, Okay. I think that's good. Any other, anything else for the good of the order? Again, take a few of these flyers, you know, and put them at your favorite, you know, businesses in town, or, you know, quickly tell your friends and,
Put one on our store too,
yeah. There you go.
not too far from Southwick.
Right? Yeah, right? Okay, any other information, questions, comments, whatever? 8:15,
Motion to
adjourn?
adjourn?
Yeah. I'll second it, and we don't have to do roll call, no, just go. Aye.
Uh,
Bye.
Anybody opposed? No.